Selective breeding, also known as artificial selection, is simply a process used by humans to develop new organisms with desirable characteristics, and it's why today we have as many different fruits and vegetables as we do. Breeders select two parents that have beneficial traits to reproduce, yielding offspring with those desired characteristics. Selective breeding can be used to produce tastier fruits and vegetables, crops with greater resistance to pests and diseases, and much more. The earliest known example of selective breeding is the domestic dog. It is unknown exactly when and where dogs were first domesticated, but human beings have been breeding dogs for at least 14,000 years. As a result, we now have many dog breeds which differ vastly in appearance. This is a unique phenomenon in the animal world, as different breeds of a single species generally resemble each other. But the Chihuahua and the Great Dane, while both are dogs and share much of the same DNA, they share few other physical attributes. Cabbage, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and kale are all vegetables derived from the same plant. By isolating wild cabbage plants with specific characteristics, farmers were able to create a variety of vegetables from a single source, each with differing flavors and textures. Broccoli, for example, was developed from wild cabbage plants that had suppressed flower development, while kale was derived from wild cabbage with larger leaves, and Brussels sprouts from those wild cabbages that had grown with many side shoots. Without selective breeding, many of the plants and animals we know on Earth today would not exist. But the question arises, when did all of this happen? The honest answer is that it's been happening, albeit very slowly, naturally, since the first plant grew on planet Earth. But when man came on the scene, we really helped it along, during a time period that has come to be known as the dawn of farming. The transition from hunter-gathering to farming is often described as a revolution, because it constituted the crucial breakthrough which made possible all later human advances. Moreover, during its course, every aspect of people's lives was transformed, and we transformed our food at the same time. The gradual nature of the transition also meant that people would not have noticed that in many ways their lifestyles were getting far less healthy. Now, farmers were creating a more reliable source of food, but their diets were becoming increasingly restricted. Rather than eating the wide variety of forage, foods, and meats, early man began to rely on the far, far fewer meats, fruits, and vegetables that he could easily grow as his main source of food. This was the beginning of the decline in the health of mankind and in the nutritional value of our foods. Now let me stress that we must all continue to eat the fruits and vegetables that are available in our gardens and supermarkets. They are absolutely still the best source of nutrition that exists for us, and we all need to eat as healthy as we possibly can. I want us all to cut back on eating processed foods, but I am not advocating that we stop eating fruits and vegetables. Frankly, that would be stupid. No, what I'm saying is that facts are facts, and the facts prove that modern produce is simply not as nutritious as it once was. This is a problem that we need to understand. It's a fact we need to understand if we ever want to do anything to correct the situation. We need to wake up, America. This is our food we're talking about. It's our health, and it's the future of mankind.